Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily, and Everton have had their points deduction reduced from 10 points to 6 points on appeal today. Obviously, the commission happened a few weeks ago, the independent commission, and it's all done. 9 grounds of appeal were put in by Everton. 7 were dismissed, but 2 went through with the commission saying there'd been legal errors from the first commission. The original commission was said to be wrong in finding the club was less than frank in relation to stadium debt. They'd said that Everton had not acted in the utmost of good faith. They were also said to be, it was wrong of the Commission not to take into account available benchmarks for the sanction, like the EFL guidelines, which also they said that, if it's 9 points for administration, how could Everton be getting 10 points, which basically rules out there ever being anything higher than what it is for administration. So, good news. That puts Everton on 25 points, up to 15th. An Everton statement says, while the club is still digesting the appeal board's decision, we are satisfied that appeal has resulted in a reduction in the points sanction. We understand the appeal board considered the 10-point deduction originally imposed to be inappropriate when assessed against the original benchmarks of which the club made the commission aware, including the position under the relevant EFL regulations and the 9-point deduction that is imposed under the Premier League's own rules in the event of insolvency. The club is also particularly pleased with the appeal board's decision to overturn the original commission's findings that the club failed to act in utmost good faith. That decision, along with reducing the point reduction, was an incredibly important point of principle for the club on appeal. The club therefore feels vindicated in pursuing its appeal. Which basically, by the sounds of that, means that for the second appeal, maybe that's what Everton will push, with this now being part of it. After reading part of the very, very long piece on it, the word trending came into it a lot. Basically, it sounded like that we were given a bit more praise for the fact that we have managed to get the debt to go down over the years as well. So we'll have to wait and see what kind of part that takes in the second charge. Which, listen, if we've got now 6 points, if we get done for the second one, it would look like we'll get another 6 points possibly, which is the worry now. It's great that we have that we've obviously it's obviously been reduced, but we still have a few worries, don't we, because of that second charge. Everton will be hoping to beat the charge by obviously using that, by the sounds of it. We'll have to wait and see, but for the meantime, it does give us 25 points. It does put us up to 15th for the time being, above Brentford, who obviously play tonight. We'll have to wait and see on that. The appeal board summary said Everton relied on 9 grounds of appeal against the initial 10-point sanction, 7 of which related to how the original commission dealt with various mitigating and aggravating factors. Those 7 were dismissed, but the appeal board did conclude on the other 2 grounds that the original commission made legal errors. The appeal board found the original commission was wrong in finding Everton had been less than frank in the relation to what told the Premier League about debt linked to the new stadium, and finding that in being so, the club had breached a league rule requiring the obligation to act in utmost good faith. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see when the second commission is. Obviously, Nottingham Forest this will probably be good news for Nottingham Forest as well, because now I think they'll know that they're not going to get anything higher than 9 points by the sounds of it. But we'll have to wait and see. But it does seem like the fact that the going into administration gets a 9-point deduction, nothing's going to be higher than that. So Forest might face an 8 points. Everton will have to wait and see. As I said then, the fact that the stadium debt, it seems like Everton have won on that as one of the points, could be good news for the second one, but we'll have to wait and see. But the table looks rosier, and maybe that'll give everyone that little boost of confidence and can help get us some points. If we were to beat West Ham on Saturday, that suddenly the table would look absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it? So we'll have to wait and see on that. I'm sure there'll be plenty more fallout from this as people go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Another thing in it though, which is a staggering omission from the club, is that the stadium has cost £800 million, the new stadium, so far. That's an absolutely staggering omission from the club. But I'm sure as people go through it, we'll hear more and more in the next couple of days. Anyway, let's turn our attention to the game on Saturday. Everton obviously drew at Brighton 1-1. Here's Sean Dyche's thoughts on that.
I know it's reality, but I thought after a tough first 20 when they were the better side, we defended well, but they were definitely the better side. We didn't deal with the ball at all well. And then I thought we grew into the first half, so I was very pleased with the mentality for that. Not an easy place here to come when they're passing and they're moving. They reined the ball behind us a lot more. They played a lot more long passes and long balls than they normally do. And then we sort of regathered ourselves in our own game. So I was pleased with that because that's not an easy thing to do during a game. A lot made of half-time and managers speaking. But during the game, we managed to affect that. So I was pleased we managed to get the message on and they took hold of it. And then second half was a really good away performance. A lot of good signs of an away performance, controlling the game without the ball at times, but never really looking to open or in trouble, dealing with everything they had at that stage. And then we score a really good goal. And then, you're only frustrated by the fact that 9 goes up. And I'm not, by the way, 9 and all that. We all know the drama around these minutes, but more the fact that changes the whole stadium. 4 goes up, everyone just goes, yeah, okay. But 9 goes up, you know what it's like. They just keep throwing more bodies forward. And we didn't deal with that so well. So that was the frustrating part, just that last 9 minutes when I thought we could have dealt with that better. On the other hand, on the balance of it all, Brighton have only lost 1 at home this season. They're a good outfit. We come down here and we take a good point. It's another valuable point on the table.
Just ask out the various lads.
There you go. Obviously, a little bit disappointed not to get all 3 points with being in such a strong position till the 95th minute. Bit of a kick in the you know what, but there you go. Sean Dyche was also asked whether it was a missed opportunity.
No, not coming down to any side in the Premier League. You've got no divine right to win games in the Premier League, home or away. So, no. You've got to be diligent to the whole game, and I thought we were in other places. Had another chance they could have scored before that when Jordan makes a big save. So, at the end of the day, there've got to be a balance to my words, and I think, before the game, you want to win, of course. Our mentality is always to win, but you take a point when you're down here whilst the game's going on. So at the end, I don't think it's fair to start changing the rules of that. It's a tough place to come, and it's another point on the table.
And finally, Sean Dyche was asked about Adesina Gay, who obviously had to go off with an injury, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
He said he was fine at half-time, and then obviously he wasn't very quickly, which kind of, we were a bit frustrated with because obviously our hands are tied with the subs then. We can only make so many. But obviously we're hoping it's nothing too serious and it settles down quickly. Dom was just a decision to give Beto a run, and I thought he affected the game, and he has a great chance, and arguably we were hoping he'd do better with that chance, but he affected the game.
Thank you.
There you go. Adesina Gay obviously going off is a bit of a blow, especially when we've just got nearly full complement of midfielders, only Andre Gomez really injured. So we'll have to wait and see for the press conference this coming week, probably on Thursday, to see how he is and whether he'll be available. Tonight, Everton under-21s are kicking off around now. They are playing Fulham in the Premier League International Cup. Nathan Patterson, Michael Keane and Schmidt start the game for Everton. Lewis Warrington also involved and is captain in the side as well. That's at Walton Hall Park. So good to see a couple of squad players involved in the game tonight, trying to keep their fitness up. That's good. And good from them for being involved, to want that, to be hungry for that as well. So good stuff there. We'll give you all the details of that tomorrow on the Everton News Daily. There you go. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see our basic instant reaction to the news today, we did it earlier on the Daily Live Extra. It dropped while we were on. So for all the fallout. Make sure you go and check out that video from earlier on today. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want more great videos, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description. The QR code come on screen now. See you later.